We are having technical
difficulties at this moment.
Yeah, the song won't go. So I'm just trying to fix it. We're live on YouTube though now.
So we are live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube.
So we might as well just keep going.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna fix it
Let's
today.
not fix it today.
It's Halloween anyways.
Exactly. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween. I'm Richard Simmons.
And my name's Antonetta. I'm the Canadian version of Richard Simmons. My name's Antonetta Botticelli. I'm the owner of Body, which is the most amazing fitness program on this planet.
It is. I tried it. We taught step this morning together.
We taught step together.
Jean-Luc and Nick taught us all the moves. You're very
back
good
taps.
at back taps, and then jack steps. We learned them all and we did the class.
We did.
Good evening, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
It's Halloween. Yes, it's Jean-Luc and Nick, of course. It's not really Antonetta and Richard Simmons.
I'm a dead ringer fan, aren't I?
But it is Halloween, so we love seeing in Zoom so many people. This wig is itchy. This wig is itchy. Oh my God. So we love seeing everyone in Zoom in costume. We have Sandra with us already. She's on screen, so I'm actually going to ask her to unmute so she can say a quick hello. Hi, Sandra.
Hello. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween. I love your costume.
Oh, thanks.
You know what's really cool about what's really cool about the hat and the filter that you have on? It's got like a smoky effect going on. It feels like you have like smoke around the rim of your hat. It's very, very haunting.
Yeah, very haunting.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
And Zoom filters, yes.
Yeah, Zoom filters all the way, I guess,
So the word of the week is anything scary or Halloweenish. So if we say no, take a drink.
Or boo,
take a drink. If we say corn, the usual
corn
water word.
Always a word.
It's always a word in play, but that's your water word drink of the week is Halloween or scary, okay? Or any scary sounds. So we are here live tonight with Sandra. We're so glad to have you with us. We did your show earlier this week, so I think that's where we kind of want to start talking to you about, because
introduce yourself.
Yeah, introduce yourself. Like who is Sandra?
Who are you guys?
I told you I was Antonetta.
I should be testing you guys and saying something in Italian. Really
are 40. I know other ones, but I don't think they'll be bleeped.
They will be bleeped.
They will be bleeped. Yeah, I won't say them.
I can't. Don't.
Be censored.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for having me. It was such an honor to have you as well on my show this week. And it's an honor to be here this evening with all of you, especially on Halloween night. You all look fabulous. I love it. And so much excitement. I'm Sandra DiDomenico, and I'm a confidence coach and wellness advocate. And my passion is helping busy people, busy women find clarity and self-acceptance once again, as we tend to lose ourselves along the way. And my passion is just empowering women to really see the beauty in themselves and to be empowered.
I love
amazing. That's insane. You know what? I think it's so important because I think a lot of times, and I'll say it, women don't give themselves enough credit at all for everything they're able to do and what they do and what they bring onto this world and to this to humankind in itself.
I'll share something that I was told once about you just as job applications. Okay, this is just something that I was told that they've done a study on this. They say if a man and a woman walks up to a job application and looks at the application, if a man sees one item that they know but 20 items they don't know, they'll still apply for the job. If a woman looks at the same list, has 20 of those qualifications but is missing one, she will not apply. Yeah. And that's something they did a study on. And it's insane how different all of us interact, how, like you were saying, different ways of, I find sometimes women don't value themselves and what their skills they have. And I think that's the thing that people don't see.
And I also think they're not given enough credit for what they actually do when they do something as well.
Yeah, exactly. Or didn't get equal pay and all that stuff too. Like, I know this is like not a political chat that we do, but it's just something we're very big pro women. We feel that sometimes society gives women a bad rap. So, I love hearing that you like helping them out on their life and figuring out what they want to do and how to make them think about themselves.
Absolutely. We're naturally nurturers. We're always looking after everybody else. And then we tend to lose our superpowers. And it doesn't mean that they're lost forever. It just means simply we've forgotten, right? And I help you to bring that back and be empowered once again so that you do go for that job. You're not intimidated by that list, and your confidence level really goes up here, because I've gone from being very unconfident at a very low point in my life to where I am today, for sure. So I understand.
So I have a question for you, because you say you are a what type of kind of coach again?
Sorry, I don't know why my address is coming up.
It's a confidence.
Sorry, I'm a confidence coach.
Okay. So my question for you is, how long have you been a confidence coach, and when did that start? Is this something new? Have you
always done this?
Have you always done this?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, double checking. I had to take out the AirPods. So I had been in the direct sales industry for over 10 years. And I realized that I had gone through my own personal growth journey, and I had been empowering women and coaching ever since. Right. So I realized through the course of the pandemic that I was going to make a shift. So literally, as of early this year, I became certified officially as a confidence coach, and I've been coaching women since early this year. So
I love
awesome.
that. You know what? I kind of love the fact that it came out of the pandemic in a way as well. Because there's so much tragedy and atrocity that has come out of it, but there's so much greatness that's come out of it as well. And I think it's allowed people to do some inner searching and find out what they truly feel is important in their life at a specific given time now. So
was it tough to make that decision, to make this leap, to change, or because you were saying you're in sales and then you switched, you basically changed your direction?
Absolutely loved the industry that I was in. It was a tough call, but at the same time, it just felt like it was the right time. Okay. And it was a pivotal moment in my career, in the sense that I wanted to be doing something more. Right? I had it in me. I realized that I went from such a low point to becoming into my best self. I literally reinvented myself, and I wanted to shout this out at, literally at the rooftops. So this is how I came about, and just decided that this was going to be the time for me to, let's just say I took quite a few steps back in the last few years, and I allowed other people to take over who I was. And I had this burning desire inside to be who I am. And
this is who you are now.
Yes.
So have you always been this outgoing, witchy lady?
Sorry, I'm trying to keep that. Witchy, yes. I do have a witchy side. Especially perimenopausal.
But yeah. That's too cute. But I love, you seem to be this outgoing, loving life type person. Is that something that's always come easy for you? Or I'm sorry, I moved the girls. I didn't even know I did it.
I love how you just made the shift.
So I So back to my question is this something that's always been have you always had this type of personality, or has this coaching brought that out of you yourself?
You could say I hid for a couple of years. Let's just put it that way. I went through a downward spiral. I wouldn't say a couple of years, I'd say more, on and off. And that's just because we compare ourselves to others often. And it's a little bit of imposter syndrome, right? So we don't end up, really pursuing our fullest potential. So it's a decision that you make, right? So I did the inner work, hardcore, the last year and a half, 2 years, and I really decided that I wasn't going to play small anymore. And often women they don't know their worth, right? They don't own up to their worth and who they are meant to be. So I decided that I was going to live life by design. I wasn't going to live life as a people pleaser anymore. There's so many things that come with this. Boundaries. I set the boundaries. I, remove the old belief systems, and I have unblocking exercises for that. So,
and I love how you talk about this, because a lot of this, it's so funny that no matter what type of journey you're on, because a lot of people who are watching the show are either on a wellness journey of some kind,
but sorry to cut you off, but wellness for us means more than just weight.
Exactly. So it's funny how the tools that you've just explained, a lot of those tools are tools that need to be applied to just everyday life. But sometimes I like how by having yourself as a confidence coach, you're focusing specifically in on building someone's confidence, which is very different, because a lot of times maybe that's what we as people need to do, is zone in onto our wellness journeys and not have such a big broad saying, okay, I need to control my food, my weight, my sleep, my this, my that. But yet something as small as confidence, which is something that you don't really see or you don't know how to measure because there's no measurement to it, but yet that small piece can have a huge impact on every other part of your journey.
It does. I definitely believe it does, because even for us, like confidence in yourself and changing that just the vocabulary you use with yourself, which we talk about a lot. We all say, take words that you use towards yourself or towards your life that you feel make you feel bad, and change into a word that feels more positive, so that even if you're in the same situation but you use that word, you're not going to feel as down about yourself because you're not using the word that makes you feel bad. And I think that's one of the things we've learned, and I think that's about confidence. It's about looking into yourself introspectively and studying who you are as a person, figuring out what you need to make yourself tick and yourself go through life.
Absolutely. So confidence, actually, it's funny you say that. Confidence comes from we believe that we need to be accepted or we need validation from everybody else. But the strongest relationship that you're going to have is with yourself. So if you get that right, you get the mindset right. And I could go into a little bit of scientific measures here if you want me to get into depth.
Sure.
Yeah.
Our frontal lobe cortex is built to resist, to protect us, like predators and animals, right? Animals, the predators, they fear for them. So our body shuts us down 24/7. We have about 70,000 negative thoughts every single day. How many of them are positive, right? So because our minds are designed that way, we need to feed the subconscious mind and reprogram. So I teach how you can do that through unblocking exercises, through my measures, through what I call a soul makeover, which is what I've done. It's connecting of the mind, body, and soul. So I actually do the flip side of turning your confidence, because you no longer need that validation from others. Right. You are fueling your subconscious mind with only positivity.
Oh, I love that.
And it's funny is that we often use, like, it's funny because what you just explained is an analogy we always use with a lot of people, is that humans are born to be negative or to be, because you're always trying to protect yourself. So if, for example, the example I use is, if you're driving down the street and there's a red car that's coming up to you and the first thought in your head is, oh, it's red and shiny, you wouldn't survive. And so that's why we're made to think of the worst situation, because that's what we're programmed. We've been trying to survive all these generations, these eons. Exactly.
Like everything is taught in a way, right? Yeah. Yes. Except for, I think we're naturally greedy species. Like we know how we're gatherers, so we want to gather things.
We're taught to share in primary school.
We're taught how to share. We're taught how to make things equal. But do we always do it is the thing, right? Like those are things that we're taught. We're taught to hate. Like I don't believe.
So confidence is another thing you can teach yourself as well.
Exactly. Definitely.
You can totally turn it around. I went from not being confident to confident again.
And you can totally see the confidence in your smile, how you do things. There is actually something that I hope you don't mind me I bring up, but I saw that you had posted about you and a client and how proud you are of this client that you've been working with, because you've seen the change in these people. And that's what I want to talk about is, when you see this change, what does that do for you as their confidence coach? Like, how does that impact you even?
It's so rewarding. I can't even begin to tell you. And to see a woman come out of her cocoon and just blossom like a flower, like a butterfly. I'm telling you, this particular client was so shy, like really not confident, anxiety, so many things. And, I don't want to get into too much detail because
of course,
definitely.
But many people are facing anxiety today, especially getting back into the world, right? As we used to live it, right? We've been hiding for a couple of years and it's been comfortable for some people. And just to see the transition and the work that she's done to get to where she needs to be, it's so rewarding.
That's awesome.
Incredibly rewarding.
That's awesome.
And you know what? We can relate to that too,
Yeah.
because when we see people come to us and tell us that we've inspired them on their journey, on their weight loss journey, and sometimes I
actually had someone I went to university with message me yesterday about the story I shared about my father and how he also has lost his father recently, and he's also put on weight, and he liked what I said because that's what life is about. So I'm pretty sure everyone's read the story, but I explained before how this week was my father's passing anniversary. It was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
8 years ago in 2013. 2013 that he passed away. And it was a very traumatic experience. He died on a resort in Antigua with myself.
We were with him.
We were with him at the resort. He passed away in front of me, my mom. He actually, and so it was a very hard ordeal. And when we came back, at that point, we were in our journey. But when we came back, we gave up. We drank. I remember we went to the beer store to return empty bottles of Di Serono. There's about 40 of them.
At least.
And I was just from November to December. We were drinking heavily. We ate everything. So if you're going through that right now, this was us in 2013. We went through this experience. It was not easy. It doesn't get easier. You still think about these people after they pass away. What we're trying to tell you is that don't get so down at yourself that you're grieving. Yes. Give yourself time to maybe right now what you're eating is not the main thing you want to focus on. Maybe the thing you want to focus on is your mental health, because right now you're grieving and you need that time to worry about this right now, and the rest is later. Doesn't mean you're quitting everything. You're never off anything. You're always on, but you might be on at 20% or at 50% or at 100.
Yes, and that's okay. I think we're so used to being hard on ourselves too. And if we do small increments over 365 days, that's huge. Those are milestones, right? So take baby steps if you have to.
And I love that you agree with the fact that baby steps are so important, because I think we all want, we all want something to happen before it actually happens, because we don't think that there's any enjoyment in the journey. But if you actually learn to enjoy the journey and learn how to ride the ride, because the journey is a ride. It's going to have its ups, its downs. It is exactly. Yeah. There's no journey unless that's completely flat. There's anywhere in the world, there might be some.
We all have bumps
areas,
somewhere.
But there's bumps.
Yes.
Yeah.
And those are where we learn. So there's something else that I saw that you do, and I want more info on this, especially as I've gotten a new body. I see you do. I heard something about these master classes that you're offering, and you just did one on selfies. I think it was it selfies? I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah, for sure. So I call it Camera Confidence 101. So aside from doing personal confidence, I also coach on if you're a business owner or you just want to put yourself out there on social media. How do we put ourselves in front of the camera like you gentlemen are, like we are right now, going live and being comfortable in doing so?
Yes, definitely comfortable in doing so.
But for some people, it's the biggest struggle. And trust me, I've been there. I know what it's like. I shied away. I hid behind just writing posts for years. But I realized in the new day and age, we have to put ourselves out on live video if we want to, embrace more visibility, if we want to attract certain clients, or we want to do more, or even if we want philanthropy, we want to share a very strong message, like a mental wellness advocate, whatever the case may be.
And I love that you say that, because a lot of people write to us and say, I'm so glad you guys share your journey, because I can relate to what you're going through, or I can relate to this piece. But we all have stories to share, but we all feel our stories aren't valid or worthy enough to share them. And we always tell people, if you take a moment to sit down and really write a post about your story of how you got to where you're at today, just general, don't give details to the nitty gritty, just give a general breakdown of what you went through.
What you've gone through.
People will be like, wow, I can't believe you went through all that. That's like our story, everyone, our story of weight loss that we share with all of you. When we started sharing, we thought our story was nothing. We thought that there were just two guys who lost weight. Everybody does this. Why would people care about our story? We started sharing our story. People cared. And I'm telling you right now, 99% of the time, people who share their story, someone has said something like, oh, wow, I can't believe that happened to you, or that's impacted me in some way. So don't be afraid to share in some way. Of course, we share very big, but you can share in a smaller way.
Here.
Yeah.
It's all or nothing, honey. All or nothing. You do you.
So I think, Sandra, I want to ask you something. How do you get, so if someone were, and I don't want you to teach a class right now, but I'm saying if someone, say right now, is sitting in our audience and saying, you know what, I would love to start posting more about myself, what would be the first step you would give them just to get started?
Definitely. So I'm a big believer of affirmations. So we need to trick the subconscious mind to believing that you are better than you think you are. So what you need to do is you need to wake up in the morning and really try not to look at your phone. First of all, this is my biggest tip, because that sends downward spiral messages that you should be doing something because you're looking at Instagram and you're comparing yourself to others. No, take the morning, 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. It's sacred to you. Stay in gratitude, do your gratitude pieces, and then go into affirmations, affirming statements, whether you watch affirmation videos on YouTube, which I have a great free resource full of them. I could send them to anybody if they choose so. And then, or you can just write them out. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am ever evolving. I am on my wellness journey, and it's okay if I mess up. I am wanting to share my message, and I have beauty and courage within to do so. And you keep saying these affirmations daily. This is what filled my head to start prevailing on live video. And I started small. It was scary. I was ready to throw up. I started to do it. The first time you get those butterflies, you get those sweaty palms.
Yeah.
But then once you do it, even for 30 seconds, I recommend you start in your stories. Start talking in your stories.
And I think it starts even like in Zoom tonight. Like, for example, there's people who are here right now tonight in our Zoom with their cameras on, and we have a few people who spoke to us back in the day.
They would never
come to Zoom.
Wow.
Not even a camera. They wouldn't come to Zoom.
I applaud you for doing that and being here.
Exactly. And that's the thing. If your first step is coming on a live chat, either at a workshop or at another Zoom meeting you go to and you turn your camera on, that's step one.
Huge.
That's a huge step right there. So if you start with just doing that once a week, maybe you'll start getting out of your shell, and maybe it'll, because I'll be honest, if you look at videos of before years ago, I wasn't on camera. I was always behind. I hid. I had pillows on me. I never wanted to take pictures. I was the guy who didn't want to do any of this, and now I can.
I was always behind the camera most of the time.
Yeah,
I was taking the
videos of scenery. It was scenery, and then this is awkward. So
everything in front of you, but not on you,
not
right?
Us.
Once in a blue moon, there'd be a quick hi, there, and then it wasn't very.
It's not like today. It's not nowadays when we do any trip anywhere. We always take pictures to remember where we're at because we want to remember now. But back in the day, it just never dawned because even though we wanted to remember, we didn't want to see the evidence of who we were, so we didn't take pictures.
Well, and there's something else that I wanted to bring up too, because I think it's pretty cool. Your confidence, and I know you say that this has just been recent for you when you started becoming, you're confident, becoming a confident coach, and you decided to make this huge change. But yet, your son is a very confident person. And your son is also very big on social media and on TikTok. So it's like, maybe you rubbed off on him back then without knowing it. And like how did that happen? That, I mean, he's taken off, you're doing this now. Like what's the...
Well, sometimes when you are at a young age, you are, I don't know, I guess you don't think about it as much, right? You don't care what other people think. It all depends on the mindset. I instilled mindset work in them at an early age, right? So we watched The Secret together as a family at an early age. And yes, it's been a journey of 10 years, gentlemen. Like, it hasn't been overnight, but they've watched me fall. They've watched me get back up. And that's the key. And I had to be the example for them, right? And now they're teaching me, right? Don't go there. Right?
I believe that children should be teaching their parents, because I think my mom also has changed my mom's changed herself, because she never do stuff with us before on camera.
I think it's a two-way street when it comes to that. I think when you create that relationship with your children where you are willing to learn from them as much as they are willing to learn from you, because as much as, that whole idea of I'm the parent and I'll always know more, in certain extents, yes, there is some knowledge that we will never have that our parents have, but that also goes the other way, where your children will have knowledge that you will never have, but you could learn from them, So I love that. I love that you guys are learning from each other, because that's so cool.
It's so great. Yeah.
So the next thing I want to actually talk to you about is how did you start up your series, your video series, Spice It Up with Sandra? How did that come about?
Yeah, for sure. So at the beginning of the pandemic, I thought a way to get myself out on live video and stop being so shy was to actually be with somebody in the sequence of the screen, right? So you're not alone, you're not talking by yourself, you're with somebody else. And I thought, I love interviewing people. So why don't I interview entrepreneurs to showcase them and see what they're going through during this trying time? Like, how has their business shifted? And to give them that spotlight. So it's been over a year now, I can say, that I've been doing these interviews every Monday night, and I'm really proud of that. Yeah.
They're very cool. We've been on one, which was so much fun to be with you. And then there's been a few other people that you've had on too that have just been amazing.
I just want to say, red alert, everybody. Antonetta just messaged us. She knows Antonetta is on tonight. We just got a ha 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 message sent to us. So I think
sent her a video.
So she knows. She knows. She knows now. She's aware of the costumes for tonight. So it's just, I want to let you guys all know that.
So cute. I love it.
So if anybody wants to catch the show, Sandra, when do they catch it? How do they find you?
Yeah, for sure. So I do have to get on YouTube. Thanks to Nick, who's pushing me to do so.
It's fun because I'll say this why. Because YouTube is a way to video and record and have a historical library of videos. Right. And you can find everything. That's the only reason.
Easy to find.
Easy to find.
The other place, not so easy to find.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
We won't talk what the other place is.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I showcase on Facebook Live on my own personal page, and then I send it over and I post it onto IG. Well, it used to be IGTV. It's now Instagram live video. And that's where they stay. They stay on Instagram throughout in my archives, and they do stay on my profile.
How do they find you on Instagram? What's your handle?
So it's Journey with Sandra Dito.
Okay, perfect. So if you guys want to follow and see her other interviews, your son's actually already archived, and you actually interviewed your son as well at one point, if I remember correctly, right?
Oh yeah, that was so fun. Yeah.
Awesome. You've done. He's interviewed twice. He's really big on TikTok, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, he is. He's got over 100K on TikTok.
That's insane. Absolutely incredible.
I love it. I love it.
So there is another thing that we want to talk about, because we're working. Well, you and I, Antonetta and Sandra are. I'm gonna let you do all the talking about it though, because I know I think it's all about you tonight, Sandra. So
$1 Million Smiles.
Our $1 Million Smile fundraiser that we're doing. Can you talk about that a little bit?
How
it came up, what it is, just
Yeah, for sure. So $1 Million Smiles came up because I have this passion for this charity. $1 Million Smiles is helping children with terminal illnesses, life-threatening illnesses, or they have special needs where they just can't go to a normal playground and play on a playground because of, they have low immunity system.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, they could be compromised. So $1 Million Smiles provides building playgrounds right in their backyard. So we can sponsor a playground. Anybody can. So I brought this idea to Antoinette because I had built a few playgrounds myself. 2018, that was the last time they were able to build. Do you have to interrupt?
No. I was going to say it was genius that she brought it to me. I was so supportive. As soon as she said it, I'm like, I'm there, Sandra. I am there.
Yeah, it was. Can I just begin to tell you, when you see the child run to their playground and they're like in disbelief, they're like, that's mine. And, they just run and they start playing, like it's tears and so much emotions, but it really warms your heart for weeks. And Anna Lopes, can I just tell you, she is just got a heart of gold. She's the founder and chairman of $1 Million Smiles. And she's built over 500 playgrounds in all of Ontario, like all the way up to Sudbury, actually.
Woo-hoo! Where we were.
Yeah.
And what's funny is that what's what's funny is that how did you and Antonetta end up creating this idea? Like, how did it come up that you guys would work on this together?
Yeah. So
how did we do that?
How did we just, voluntarily, you guys, like,
no. How did? Yeah, exactly.
Us, no, Jean-Luc and Nick, yes, but Antonetta.
Right, Antonetta. I remember
and you. How did you guys come up with it?
We were at a gala. Don't you remember we were at a gala together?
The gala. Yes, the gala.
Yeah,
I totally remember the gala.
Matilda.
Matilda was with us.
Was there.
Matilda was my date. Of course.
Yes,
I remember.
Exactly. So we were there and we met Anna, and the whole event was sponsored by $1 Million Smiles. They were raising funds for them. And so Antonetta was blown away by the stories that she heard. And I'm like, listen, this is my idea. I want to do a body live class at $10 a pop, minimum donation. And she's like, let's do it. You know how she is. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So we
and then we got a text message. And then we got a text message. Jean-Luc and Nick, you guys want to help?
November 20th.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then we texted Jean-Luc and Nick and said, you're on board. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we're doing a body class, 1 hour, Saturday, November 20th.
Yep.
And minimum donation is $10. If you donate $25, we're going to enter your name 3 times in the draw to help us build a playground. Next year, we're building 3 playgrounds in the summer of 2022. That's the dream goal.
And I think we're going to help build those, right? And I think the only problem I have is I might need some help because I don't know what a hammer is. So don't expect much from Nick. I'll be a cheerleader on the side.
Ask him if he knew how to screw.
Well, but on pom.
I love you, Sandra.
Happy Halloween.
Boom.
Get your screws on right.
Yes, exactly. No, the funny thing is he does not know what a Phillips screwdriver is, what a square head is.
Oh no.
So yes, even when I say the star one, he's like, which one is the star? I don't know.
Phillips.
I don't know any of them. I'm horrible. I'm good with numbers and sheets and spreadsheets, but tools. So hopefully
read the instructions. He's great at reading instructions.
So if anybody wants to sign up, how do they sign up for the event? If anybody wants to make a donation,
so I can actually drop the link here below.
Yes, please.
And or after as well. But yeah, you just click on the link, make your donation, and we will be sure that you will get the Zoom link automatically for that morning. So just look out for it.
Even if you can't join a class and you want to give a donation, you still can as well. And the other thing too is you could possibly build a house with us. So, I think that's what would be a fun part. We'd love to be like an afternoon where all of us can get together to build something. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So
I think it's a great cause too. You know, children, and I don't mean to sound like Whitney Houston here, but I was going to say children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Right? Show them all the, I won't go
into the song.
Show them all the beauty they possess inside.
Oh my God, I love it.
And Antonetta had no clue you could sing. My goodness, sorry. But it is so true. We need to make sure that these children out there, especially the ones who are vulnerable, feel safe and feel like they have a place, because they also do need to feel like they belong. And I think by creating these playgrounds for them, and not only that, the amount of stress that can relieve
on the
parents' shoulder, who are their caregivers day in and day out. Like if we can do that, and like you said, I cannot wait to see the smile on those children's faces and the parents' faces when they're like, wow, I feel like, this was something that undeserving, but yet fully deserving.
I can't wait for someone to show me how to screw correctly.
Oh my goodness, honey. Oh my goodness. This show is just getting, no wonder the lights are off tonight.
But
no wonder the lights are off.
I was waiting for that one. I was like, is he done yet?
I could go off on that one, but I'll be careful.
Okay,
I'm telling you, the wig, it's Antonetta. It's the Richard and Antonetta vibe going on.
Exactly.
And this witchiness over here.
You found the right color too, because that's the color of her hair.
It's literally pretty close. It's a little brighter.
It took a while to find a costume.
I cut it myself, actually. Antonetta, if you ever need a hairdresser, I'll cut it for you. Just joking. I would never do it.
So the next thing I want to talk about is, we read on your personal Facebook profile that you're a co-author of a book. Can you explain that? Because there's a plan in play to write a book for us. Yes. So there's a plan.
Nice. Amazing. So yes. So the opportunity came where a dear friend of mine was correlating 20 women to write in her book. It's called Uncover Your Light. And I absolutely love the title because it's about women and, having hope and resiliency through their stories that they can share their personal stories, right? And I thought, what perfect timing, being a coach, a new coach out in the field, how, I could share my true story as to, the journey that I've been on to get to where I am right now. And it worked out perfectly. I called Antonetta the next day and said, "Hey girl, you're doing this with me." You had
I'm
no
right
choice.
there. Right there.
Yeah, because I knew she wanted to put her story out there as well. And I thought, this is perfect timing, doing a story with my bestie. This is great, right? So yeah.
I love that. I love that. So is it, if I'm not mistaken, it's a chapter per, like you each get to write your own chapter in this book. Is that how it works?
Correct. So it's 2,500 words. Yeah. So it's getting real. The book cover came out the other day and
I saw that. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really eye-catching.
I would find it hard to write 2,500 words.
2,500 words.
I'm not a writer.
I think it's hard, but it's not. It's not.
Oh, it isn't?
Oh, yeah. You got lots to say. Come on.
I love lots to say. Yes. But to write,
guess what? professional editing comes into play, right?
True.
And that's how you do it. So you write from the heart, but professional editors take over after. Believe me, I need that.
yeah. Sometimes I need that on my own posts because the other day I posted hit chicken for dinner. We had hit chicken. Jean-Luc says, "Hey Nick, we had to hit chicken for dinner." Oh God, I have to go through all the posts everywhere.
I hear you.
My mom told me, I'm like, "Oh great," so I have to go fix it everywhere.
I'm notorious for that too. I just want to spill it out so fast, and then I'm like, "Oh, got to back."
Oh no, I plan a lot of my posts ahead. So for example, I'll post something. I usually on weekends prepare all of next week's posts. Because busy, that's the way things work for us. But I even make mistakes on those. Like sometimes in the week I'll get a post, someone will message me going, "Do you know the link for this recipe is going to a different recipe?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay, thank you.
Thank you for letting me know.
Thank you for letting me know."
You should just tell them it's like an Easter egg when you're watching DVDs and you find like hidden menus in the movies.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah. So one thing we want to talk about. So just spinning off a little on a tangent here because I want to bring up Rosie right now because Rosie has something coming up tomorrow, and I want to highlight her and add her to the conversation quickly. Hi, Rosie.
Hi. I was like, what? I have to.
Oh, So I wanted to make sure what's happening tomorrow. Your inaugural blog post is starting on our website.
Yes,
Rosie
nice.
is one of the first official new bloggers, along with Bill Huck, and Rosie will be blogging. And Rosie, what is the name of your blog?
Rosie's Journey of Mind, Soul, and Body.
And the post will be going live when? Tomorrow at what time?
I believe it's up at 8 tomorrow. It's 8 or 9. I can't remember. To be honest, I posted it. I set it to go already the other day. So I've already basically written next week's as well. So
okay. So if you guys aren't subscribed to our newsletter, just go to jeanlucandnick.com and that's where Rosie's post will come up. I'll be sharing the links in the group as well eventually. So if you guys don't know how to find it, I'll share it all. But we're very excited to have Rosie join us because again, we love having other stories shared on our website. It's not just us that have a story to share of success in different ways. Rosie has success. You all have success. And I know, Sandra, you also submitted your name to be a writer. We're not done. We're picking more people. We're picking more people. Just Rosie, when Rosie said yes, we're like, we wanted you. We didn't know how to ask you again to do something else for us because Rosie does a lot for us.
There's also
I often feel like, I do videos almost daily in the group. And I feel like sometimes I say too much and it's
sometimes
maybe not everybody wants to hear me all the time, but I would say that it's so that people are aware. It's not going to be me talking. It's talking like I do in my videos. My focus isn't always on the weight itself. The weight it surrounds weight because that's where sort of my journey is, but it's really not. It's not fully about that. It's the things behind that create those issues. And I'm not going to be talking about this plan and that plan. I have ideas of things I want to write about, but and it's going to be very different than Bill's. Bill and I, although Bill, I agree with him and he writes great things, is that our experiences are different. So therefore.
Exactly. And that's exactly, you just hit the nail on the head right there. Everybody's experiences are different, but we all have a journey and story to tell. We all have successes we have to talk about. And that's what I think is pivotal about why we want many writers, because we want to have different perspectives on our website.
And we said this, Kieran mentioned this to us a couple of weeks ago, which what she said was your life experience trumps so much. You cannot give yourself enough credit for what you've gone through. So you should be able to express it and not worry about, oh, well, I don't have education, or I don't have schooling, I don't have
or
this.
someone might say something.
Or someone might say something.
Or people might not want to hear me.
That's the total, the honest truth is the thing that makes me the most anxious, is that everyone's going to read this and go, but you know what? It's hard to put yourself out there.
It is.
It's okay. You know,
But
I'm not, it's not going to appeal to everyone.
That's right.
But you know, it's my story. It's how I feel. And I actually am really happy with what I've written. So
that's the thing. She just said it right there. I'm happy with what I'd written. And I think what we as humans need to start realizing is that what other people think about us,
it's their opinion.
It's
not fact.
And they're allowed to have that opinion.
It's actually none of our business what other people think.
Exactly.
And, you know, and you can't please every person, and you can't do this to please other people. I think that's one of the things that we as humans do, is that we worry so much about what everyone else is. I mean, that's part of what my life has been, why I'm worried, and the way I've been my life is because I'm so scared about not necessarily not being authentic. It's hard to be your authentic self when you are so scared about what this person's going to say, what that person's going to say.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's where my anxiety and anxiety stems from. I mean,
and I'll say this, I'm pretty sure all four of us on screen right now, if we went back years ago, 10 years ago, none of us would be comfortable sharing like we're sharing today. It wasn't a journey that we were always like this. It took time. I think, Rosie, you said for you was when you started doing your videos in our group, kind of helped you. Yeah. That was what got you started to get you out of your shell and be able to start doing this kinds of stuff.
I honestly think a huge part of the people in this Zoom room tonight were the online virtual WW workshops that were created that allowed people to fail. I'm in the comfort of my own home. Right. I'm turning on a video, or I'm turning on my voice. I feel I can finally speak for the first time, where they never spoke in studios before, but then all of a sudden in this room, because they were surrounded by things that they felt comfortable with, that they now finally felt like I can say something. I'm not going to be judged in the same way. So it's funny how everybody's experience is different, and no matter which way we look at it, and we said it, we were on a mountain. We were all on a mountain. We're all climbing up the mountain, but the mountain has different levels for every single one of us.
That was Mel. Yeah. I love that analogy.
And that analogy is so huge. And we sometimes you can hold on to the person beside you and climb really easily, but sometimes you got to let go of that person and keep climbing alone. But then that person behind you, maybe you have to back up and start boosting other people and giving those people that boost. So never forget that. You will go up and down, and expressing yourself and doing what you're doing, Rosie, for us. We couldn't thank you enough. Sandra, what you do out there, we can't thank you enough.
I'll be honest, both Kim and Rosie do all this on their own spare time to help us. Like, they literally help us out of the goodness of their heart. So if you guys see all the steps have posted, friends,
that's Kim, Rosie,
Patricia, and Melanie, all four of them do all this extra work for us that we don't pay them, because we don't really make much. We just do this for fun. So we don't pay them. They do this to help us out and to help you guys out. So they need,
in the long run, it helps them out.
Yeah, it helps them out as well. I think Rosie, this stint of your journey, you've been more successful because you've been doing what you've been doing this time. I think it's helped you along, right? And I'm sure Kim is feeling the same way right now. I'm pretty sure there, I can see her in her hat. She's nodding her head.
And that's about community. And I think that's what we created this environment where we're feeling safe within ourselves and within this group, but that branches out eventually.
Yeah,
where you start letting your circle of safety grow a little bit, because you're like, you know what, I'm feeling more confident in who I am, so I can let more people in. And I think that's what we need to do on these journeys.
Thanks, Rosie. I didn't want to put you on the spot, but I wanted to make sure I wanted to bring it up, and I thought, well, she's here. I might as well bring her up and have her talk with me about it.
Can I tell you guys before you unmute? I get muted again. I just want to make a call out to Tia, who's dressed as corn.
Oh my God!
No way! Oh
There
my
she is.
God!
Okay, I have to spotlight
Oh,
this.
there she is. Oh my God. That's so
Everybody, you got to take a drink. There's corn on the
That
screen.
is the best costume ever.
I love it. I love
cute.
the corn costume. Love it. And I love it's egg carton. She made it herself.
Herself.
Look at
She made
that.
her own
Egg
costume.
That's so cool.
That
Love
is the most creative.
So I'm
like,
actually going to ask Tia. I hope she's okay if I unmute her because I want to ask her, how did she come up with this? How did she make this?
You're muted still.
She's
Let me-
muted.
Yes, let me try that again. Try that again.
Why won't I let you?
I
unmute
don't
her?
know. There she goes.
There. Oh,
Oh, it went back to mute. Let me try again. There we go.
Okay. There.
Yay! Yeah!
Well, I did it. I did this for Nick because I know how much he loves corn. You know what? It's just egg cartons that when I saw the egg carton, I thought, I'm going to make a costume out of this egg carton and I'm going to do corn. And so I
love
just,
it.
it's just Bristol board and like plastic, like flowery stuff. It's all from the dollar store. I literally,
I love it. I
gathered
love
like
it.
$10.
I
It
love
is
it.
Oh,
abs-
good.
Okay, honestly, I didn't think there was a costume contest going to
Yeah.
happen tonight, but we officially just crowned the winner of the
Yeah.
Halloween.
It's
or-
corn.
It's corn.
Corn wins all the
Corn
time.
wins all the time. Did I eat corn? I don't remember.
Thanks, Tia. Thanks for joining us,
Thank
Rosie.
you so much. Thanks, Rosie, for letting us know about the corn, and thank you so much.
Love
So
it.
I just want to bring that up because so our website. So what we've been trying to do with our journey is we try and be expanding. Someone today actually in our group asked the question. I'm no longer a WW member. Should I leave the group?
Do I need to leave the group,
Hmm.
or do I need to be a paying WW member?
And we respond by saying no.
Never feel you have to leave this group.
Our group is for anyone on a wellness journey. We want to make sure that nobody feels that they should not be there. Anybody who wants to be well, if you want to improve your life, if you want to be happy and just get happiness throughout the day because we post something silly, join our group because that's what it's for. That's what it's for. It's for helping you in your daily life just to be happier and we throw WW stuff in there because we're doing the program. It's not because you have
And I
to be
think-
on it.
I honestly think that that's what the group has evolved to. When we first started this
Oh, yeah.
group, it was all WW
Yeah.
stuff. Not that we didn't let other people in, but we were so focused on, and we still are because it is the program that we use. But the thing is we've learned so much. Ah, you're not really Richard.
I couldn't take it
He's
anymore.
annoying!
I couldn't take it anymore. My head was so itchy. How do people wear wigs?
I feel
Right?
comfortable with. I think I'm going red next, but like I was saying, this group has evolved into so much more
Yeah.
than just WW. WW is still a huge component, a huge important part, but we've learned so much from so many other people about being well, about
Yeah.
being mindful, about being mentally well, spiritually well, about feeding our souls with amazing foods, about, so it's not just about one wellness program. All wellness program work. Every single one of them works. There's not one that doesn't work. You know what doesn't work? The person running or doing the program. They might not be on the right one. So why should we just foster one idea that we could only be the same people in the same program working together? No, that's not what the world's all about. Our world is about learning from each other and embracing our differences and our uniquenesses, because that's what
I love
makes
that
it
word.
special.
Uniquenesses.
Yeah, I know.
Uniqueness.
I know. My uniqueness for me.
Uniquenesses.
Antonetta makes up words when she wants to.
Well,
I do me.
I do me.
I still can't take it. Like when he came out with this earlier, I lost it. Everyone.
His sister lost it.
Yeah, earlier
I
today.
came out from upstairs at mom's
love
house
it.
with a shirt on, and I looked at her and she's like, "Who are you?" And as soon as I said Antonetta, she was on the floor laughing. She's like, "This is hilarious."
So there's two things I saw in chat I want to touch on. So one thing is John. I know John shared that he just lost a friend. So don't worry about your wellness right now. You're grieving. It's okay to
Your
you're
mind
indulging,
wellness
You need to take care of this
and your heart wellness.
And, like, if anything, I can impart from our experiences. And I'm pretty sure 90% of us in this group have lost someone along the way, or are in a process, or someone is sick around us. When you can't concentrate on yourself and you have to devote yourself to someone else, or someone else passes away, and yet your mindset can't be. It's okay. It's okay not to be always 100% on a diet or eating well or exercising every day. It's not going to end everything if you stop for a little while.
No.
What we're trying to tell you is you need to take the time to grieve. And when you're ready to start doing stuff again, then you start doing it again. It might be small steps. It might be the first thing you do is like, I'm going to go for a walk
Not
today.
might. I will say this.
Will.
It should be.
Yeah, will.
You should take the smallest steps when you feel ready to do so.
Yeah.
You will know it. You'll know it. You'll start saying, you know what? I want to be back to where I was.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't at that point, you know what? And it's never bad to talk to your doctor about stuff as well. Like we recommend you speak to your physicians about certain things, especially if you're not feeling right when you do lose people, because those are great moments in your life that can impact you. And you want to make sure that you're handling them properly as well.
And then also Carmen shared that she did her Johnny Whoops game. So actually, let's give the solution now.
Let's do it.
Well, so TikTok, if you're watching now,
someone duetted us today.
Someone duetted us. So the solution to the game is, and I'll do it right now. I'll be very obvious. Okay. Johnny Whoops, Johnny Whoops, Johnny. So the trick is at the end, you have to either cross your hands
or cross your
arms. So if you just do the game and stop, you actually didn't do it correctly. But if you actually do the cross of the hands, then you do it right.
It's the minute details. Minute details. And that's the one thing I played with it forever. And he finally
I have another game that I'll be doing.
I was so mad.
I have another game. And he says he's going to do one for me too.
I'm going to find one for him.
So if you guys don't follow us on TikTok, you want to follow us because we're going to be doing more games coming up because we love doing games. So Sandra.
Yes.
What's next for you? What's going on? Like what's in the future? What are you doing next?
Ooh, well, we're going to have some soul searching masterclasses come January. So on a personal level, not just for camera confidence. So for anybody who wants to reinvent themselves, I'm going to be bringing that to the surface.
Awesome.
And yeah, there's going to be some more stuff coming up next year.
So they find all that information on your social, on your Sandra.
I'll post that always on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can even post it in our group.
Our group
Please,
as well.
Feel free to post in our group so that way people can
Yeah, definitely. Like even tonight, like after the show, just go in there, post all your details so people can find everything about you. So it's just easier that way, so you can get all the details right there in center.
Sure.
And this is actually something that we're really thinking of possibly doing right now too. Just to let you know, is if anybody owns a small business of some kind or some type of like if you sell a product of some kind. Nicole is making her Serenity Stones. We want to have a place on our website where people can find these people's information because we want to be able to share the information. We want to flourish this community. And
we're trying to build our website to be more of a hub where people can actually, there's a forum on there. If you guys did not know, if you actually log into our website, you can get a membership and actually go to a forum and talk about your wellness, post, ask questions. So we want Sunday to possibly make that blow up and become a bit of an area where there's more sharing and more information so that people can really go to one site to get all the information they want, all the nourishing and inspiration they need.
Beautiful. Love it.
Sandra, I am so glad you joined us today.
Thank you so much for coming.
And we're especially on Halloween, because Halloween night is kind of a tough night somewhat because it is an event, right?
Well, you and I will be talking soon because we have so much going on. November 20th is around the corner.
November 20th is happening soon.
Definitely. Yes. And I heard through the grapevine, Jean-Luc and Nick would love to have like a live session with you and
yes, it's true. Yes, Anna, we do.
Yeah, right.
Jean-Luc told me, Jean-Luc and I talked about it. We do want to have a live session.
We want to have a live session. Maybe bring in Anna as well into our group so people can hear from Anna and learn more about Anna too.
Exactly.
So we'll be working on that soon.
Sandra, can you please post your email address?
Mine?
Sandra?
Sure, absolutely.
Please.
Thanks, Kim.
Thanks, Kim. So thank you so much, Sandra. We'll see you later. And we're ready to start. Thanks so much, Sandra. We're grateful.
Love you.
I think there's a lot of good nuggets of information tonight. Like I got some things that I'm thinking about confidence-wise, right? So from someone who had no confidence back in the day, I think two people who did not have much confidence, hearing about your journey and what you've done, hearing that it's kind of
want to say yes all the time for some reason.
Just like, yes, could you try anything?
I want to say yes to everything. Yes.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. There's always just live for tomorrow. Tomorrow is a new day. Absolutely.
Love it. Thank you so much. So we do have a few announcements. So, of course, Rosie's blog starts tomorrow, November 1st. We also have next week
what came out yesterday?
Oh yeah, yesterday our Body Set Volume 4 tutorial video came out. It's on on YouTube right now. So if you go search a Body Set Volume 4, you can start practicing the moves for Volume 4.
The step is flipped.
Yeah, the step is flipped. So it's a different orientation. And the first time of us teaching the class is this Thursday at 4:30. It's a tutorial class for an hour. So if you want to learn step and you want to try it out for the first time, that's going to be an hour class. You can actually take the time to learn it in a slower pace.
Yep.
We're also doing the same thing on Friday at 7 a.m. and Friday at 5:30 p.m.
Yep.
And then next Saturday is when the volume
Official
launches.
Launch of Volume 4. So we'll be doing Volume 4 for
a month.
We
know it by heart now.
And then it'll be going into a rotation.
I want to do this. There's a song that we do this in. So let's just
We won't tell you what
song it is or what it is, but we do this. So that's coming out this week. And then we also have our Have You Met tour begins next week. So as you have all know, we've interviewed a bunch of people this year, great interviews.
Amazing interviews.
And we had an idea of let's bring them all back for the end of the year and see what's going on with all of them. So they're all coming back in different groups. So next week we have Jana and Naomi joining us.
Yay!
Then
I can't wait.
November 14th, we have Melanie and Wanda joining us.
Yay!
November 21st, we have Nicole, Nisha, Karen, and Rennie joining us. And on November 28th, we have Arlene, Carol, Kevin, and Ashley joining us.
And I'm not going to say it's someone's birthday on that day, but I know it's someone's birthday on the 28th.
Yes, exactly.
Someone's covering her mouth right now. I don't know if I should say it, but I'll keep it a secret for right now.
They'll notice there's only 4 people coming.
That's okay. One of those people, it's their birthday on that day. I'm just going to keep it a secret
and
for
then
right now.
the following weeks, it continues.
I'll give clues every week
the next
until
week,
the day.
it continues. We have more guests coming. On December 5th, we have Leslie Clowder discussing life coaching and helping others on our live show. We're going to be at a secret location on that day. Right now, we're just figuring it out, but we're supposed to be on a secret location.
If it works.
If it works. And then we also have on December 12th, we have special guests Bill Hook and Hetty, his wife.
Yay! Hetty said she'll be here with him too.
So Bill, our blogger, will be back with us to chat again. He was a guest earlier this year, so he'll be back again. And then on December 19th,
it's Cook What You Got with Jean-Luc.
No, that's 18th. 18th. Okay, yeah, December 18th. I said 19th.
Yeah, I know, but I
December 18th is
Cook What You Got with Jean-Luc and Nick.
There we go.
But we have 2 live special guests coming. Hopefully, fingers crossed as well. Rosie and Kim will be on location with us on that evening.
We have amazing ideas this time, guys. We're going to have 4 cameras set up in different spots.
It's going to be like a chopped universe.
We're going to make it like a chopped universe that day. We're going to have so much fun. And Kim Rosie will be here, so it'll be great.
She's going to be like that guy on Chopped.
She'll walk up to us. She don't need that. She'll have this. She'll like, what are you making,
Jean-Luc?
Exactly.
You know the fun facts.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't wait. We're going to have so much fun. I can't wait.
We need costumes again. I don't know why. I want costumes.
But we're going to be wearing an apron.
I know.
And it's Christmas though. You can wear a Christmas costume.
We can wear a Christmas costume.
Okay. And then on the 19th that we have yourself, Antonetta.
Yes.
And Kieran coming as guests.
I will be here on the 19th of December doing me. Antonetta, I love you. I really do love you. I hope you know how much I love you.
And then on January 7th, 8th, and 9th is our next Power 3 retreat. Registration will be opening up soon in the next few weeks.
Definitely.
You'll see announcements when it comes up. The cost is $55. It's a weekend of you. It's a weekend of about you. The entire weekend, we have sessions about learning about different topics. We have games night. We have dance party. We have yoga. We have many activities, a body, all these things packaged in one weekend from your own home. And if you can't do it that weekend, you can still sign up because everything's recorded.
Yes.
So any of the sessions you miss, so say you miss a conversation that we have, you can actually watch it the next day. And so if you feel like coming, it's a great birthday, Christmas gift. So, it's like I said, we hope to see you there. I don't know what else I can say. What else am I say?
Stay tuned soon for advertisements on how to register and how to join us on that weekend. So I hope you all have a fantastic, happy Halloween. Remember, even though we are still semi apart, we're stronger together, and we just keep getting stronger. I feel like I know every single one of you even more than I know my friends sometimes.
And thank you everyone for all the messages this week for my dad's. It's been very, very appreciated. I wish I could write to everyone back and say a comment because there was a lot of people who shared their own struggles of things that they're going through right now. I tried to respond as much as I could, but there were so many responses. But if you're out there and you're struggling right now, We're all here for you. Okay. If you need some help, go to the group, post a message saying, hey, I'm struggling. Can someone just please?
Or I'm sure if you even just out of the group message one person, find a name, find someone in that chat box, because you can find people from the group and just say, hey, I've seen you here on Sundays, or I've seen you post in the group. I just need someone to talk to. And I'm not saying that they're going to be able to reply right away, but sometimes someone you might reply. So even just sending out that olive branch, we sometimes need to, right? So,
yep.
Hope you all have a happy Halloween. Have a great evening.
I'm going to try to share the song.
And we're going to try to share the song one more time.
Might not work.
Yeah,
no, it doesn't work.
Is itchy.
It won't play. I don't know why.
Do 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 do. Bye, everybody.